Such an incredible moment on a global scale for our game, for our players.
Like, the fans are absolutely incredible. It's the same when we go on the road. Like, there's so many people that are showing up in fever gear. It's really affecting, teams all across our league, which is a really great thing. And, really, I think we're just scratching the surface.
The Indiana Fever's 2025 schedule has just dropped, and it's already sparking conversations across the WNBA. After a 2024 season that saw the Fever make their triumphant return to the playoffs, this new schedule offers a glimpse into what could be the franchise's most exciting year yet. From a historic 5-game series between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, to Indianapolis hosting the WNBA All-Star Game for the very first time, this season is packed with milestones, rivalries, and opportunities. But that's just the tip of the iceberg.
We're bringing more and more fans to this league, people that have maybe never watched the WNBA before, and it kind of takes your breath away at points.
The Fever's young, dynamic roster, led by superstar Caitlin Clark, All-Stars Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell, and defensive dynamo Lexi Hull, has fans dreaming of banners at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. And with the WNBA expanding to 44 games and welcoming the Golden State Valkyries, this season is as high stakes as it gets. What are the key storylines to watch? Which matchups will define the Fever's journey? And how does this schedule set the stage for their shot at championship glory? Let's dive into the 7 must-watch moments of Indiana's 2025 campaign.
What if I was to tell you, out the gate, the game that is set to be first on the schedule is Box Office? Yes, y'all want to know who that is? That is Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky.
The Indiana Fever and Chicago Sky rivalry is set to reach historic new heights in 2025. For the first time in WNBA history, 2 teams will face off in a regular season series spanning 5 games. This isn't just a scheduling quirk. It's the league's declaration that the Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese matchup is one of the sport's marquee draws.
Now tell me if the W ain't doing this for ratings, because it's all about the damn ratings at this point. Caitlin Clark at the Indiana Fever is the hottest thing smoking in all of sports. And I can tell you this right here, CC is going to come out looking better than she ever looked it.
Last season, both rookies lit up the league, but their head-to-head battles were especially electric. Clark, who clinched Rookie of the Year honors, broke the WNBA single-season assist record and led the league in three-pointers made. Meanwhile, Reese set the league's rebounding record and set the record for most double-doubles in a season. These 2 stars dominated conversations and highlight reels, with their rivalry quickly becoming a must-watch event for fans. The Fever took 3 of 4 games against the Sky in 2024, cementing their dominance. Each matchup had its own drama, with 2 games decided by just a single point. These back-and-forth battles made every meeting between the teams feel like a playoff game.
The 17th of May till September the 9th, we are going to be seeing, over those 4 months, we're going to be seeing these teams play 5 times. We will not see an entire month without these 2 teams playing against each other.
For 2025, the stakes are even higher. The Fever and Sky will meet exclusively on weekends, ensuring maximum fan turnout and viewership. Indianapolis will host the season opener on May 17th, where Gainbridge Fieldhouse is expected to be packed with fans eager to witness the next chapter in this rivalry. But this isn't just about 2 players. It's about what they represent. Clark and Reese symbolize the league's future, a blend of skill, passion, star power, and some controversy. Both players have embraced their roles in different ways, inspiring younger athletes and capturing new fans worldwide. How will this rivalry shape the Fever's season? And can they maintain their dominance over the Sky? Will Reese and the Sky find redemption after last year's close defeats? The answers begin to unfold in May.
And though it'll be a while before we actually get to see that Fever and Sky showdown, just seeing that it's coming will probably give some WNBA fans the same bounce Caitlin Clark had on Barbie night.
The Fever's 2025 schedule provides a welcome change compared to last year's insane opening stretch. In 2024, Indiana endured a grueling first 20 days, with 11 games, back-to-back matchups, and a draining West Coast road trip. Facing league powerhouses like the Liberty, Sun, and Aces repeatedly, the Fever stumbled to a 2-win, 9-loss start before rallying to secure a playoff spot. But this year, the schedule makers have given them a fairer draw.
One of the marketing offices, they essentially admitted, I'm not going to quote, but they, a roundabout way admitted, they gave Caitlin Clark the gauntlet schedule because they didn't think she was going to be good, and they wanted her to get destroyed through 10 games so that people started watching the other players. Like, if anyone, she screwed over Caitlin more than anyone else.
Indiana opens the season with a much more favorable slate. The first 11 games are spaced across an entire month, giving the team more time to rest, recover, and prepare. Just 4 of those games are on the road, all against Eastern Conference opponents, which means lighter travel and reduced fatigue. Even better, they won't face any Western Conference teams during this stretch. This setup gives the Fever a chance to find their rhythm early while avoiding unnecessary wear and tear. The Fever's first month still features tough opponents, with 2 games each against the Liberty and the Sun. However, these matchups will all take place at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, where Indiana has shown they can hold their own against elite competition. Against the Liberty in 2024, Indiana played them close in 2 games, relying on Aaliyah Boston's dominance in the post and Caitlin Clark's clutch 3-point shooting to keep things competitive. As for the Sun, head coach Stephanie White's familiarity with her former team could give the Fever a strategic edge in these critical matchups.
I will always embrace it. I don't think any of us will ever take it for granted.
Caitlin Fleury. Ooh, ooh, ooh. There could be some more coming.
The atmosphere is electric here.
Some fans traveling almost 9,000 miles to get here.
This manageable start isn't just a scheduling quirk, it's an opportunity. A strong opening record could establish Indiana as a serious contender and give them a buffer heading into the more demanding parts of their season. Indiana's ability to capitalize on this advantage could determine how well they weather the tougher parts of the season. Can Clark, Boston, and Mitchell lead the way to a dominant start? Or will early season inconsistency derail their momentum? If you've made it this far and are enjoying the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. We know watching this video takes some of your time, and we appreciate you. Now back to the action.
We have a new team, the Golden State Valkyries, that's going to begin and play in 2025. But before that happens, we need to have an expansion draft because they need some players on their roster.
The WNBA is entering a new era in 2025 with the addition of the Golden State Valkyries, marking the league's first expansion since 2008. The Valkyries will begin forming their inaugural roster through the expansion draft, where they'll select players left unprotected by the other 12 teams. Each team can shield up to 6 players, leaving the rest of their roster vulnerable to poaching. For Indiana, this means a delicate balancing act. The Fever's core stars, Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, and Lexi Hull, are obvious choices for protection, but the final 2 slots have sparked intense debate among fans and analysts. Indiana's rumored protected list includes Nalissa Smith and Temi Fagbenle, 2 players whose inclusion has raised eyebrows. Smith's athleticism and potential make her a valuable asset, but questions about her consistency on the court and off-court distractions have fueled controversy. Fagbenle, on the other hand, offers veteran stability but lacks the long-term upside of younger players like Grace Berger, whose potential exclusion has disappointed many fans. The Fever's rumored list, if accurate, could signal a bold commitment to their current core while leveraging unprotected players as trade assets.
The fact that it was deleted makes me believe they weren't ready for the backlash that transpired from said post. But of course, there are screenshots.
For the league, the addition of the Valkyries signals its growing influence. With new teams in the pipeline for Toronto and Portland by 2026, the WNBA is moving into uncharted territory, increasing competition and fan engagement. The Valkyries are expected to bring a massive market to the league, raising the stakes for franchises like Indiana to maintain their competitive edge. But the draft is just the first step in a season filled with challenges and opportunities. Next, we'll dive into one of the WNBA's most exciting innovations, the Commissioner's Cup.
Now that the bag is secured, it's going straight into my savings account. Investing that. Nothing exciting. Yeah, same. She has a whole baby. We got bills to pay. We got daycare to pay for.
30 bands.
30 bands.
30 bands.
Daycare.
Got some players that said they never had 30 bands all at once. Yeah, so it was pretty exciting.
Rookies, man. Yeah, great for the rookies.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Commissioner's Cup, the WNBA's mid-season competition, returns in 2025, and this year, it could be a turning point for the Indiana Fever. Since its introduction in 2020, the Cup has become a high-stakes proving ground for teams looking to showcase their playoff potential. The format remains straightforward. All games played during a 2-week window in early June count toward the Commissioner's Cup standings. Each team faces every conference rival once during this stretch, and the top team from each conference will advance to the championship game. This year, the Fever's Cup schedule includes 5 critical matchups, 3 of which will be played at home. Historically, Indiana hasn't been a significant factor in the Commissioner's Cup, but 2025 could be different. The Fever's young roster, led by Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston, has matured into a cohesive unit capable of competing with the league's elite. The Cup offers them a chance to make a statement against top-tier teams like the Liberty and Sun, while proving they belong in the championship conversation. Will Indiana rise to the occasion and emerge as contenders in the Commissioner's Cup? The answer lies in their ability to turn potential into performance, setting the tone for the rest of the season. And with the WNBA All-Star Weekend coming to Indianapolis, the Fever's momentum could carry them to even greater heights.
We're gonna bring all of the great WNBA players right here next year for the WNBA All-Star Game at Cambridge Fieldhouse!
In July 2025, Indianapolis will become the epicenter of women's basketball as the WNBA All-Star Game lands at Gainbridge Fieldhouse for the first time. This highly anticipated event marks a significant milestone for both the league and the Fever, solidifying the city's reputation as a basketball powerhouse. Fans from across the country will flock to the Circle City to watch the league's brightest stars showcase their skills.
And now, let's meet the starters for the WNBA All-Stars. This first-year guard can shoot it from anywhere, leading all rookies in points and assists, and the leader in fan voting for All-Star. From the Indiana Fever, Caitlin Clark. Making her fourth All-Star.
The All-Star festivities begin on July 18th with the three-point contest and skills competition, followed by the main event on July 19th. It's not just a celebration of talent. It's a spotlight on the Fever's transformation into one of the league's most exciting teams. Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, and Kelsey Mitchell are expected to represent Indiana. This isn't Indianapolis's first rodeo when it comes to hosting marquee basketball events. Earlier in 2024, the city successfully hosted the NBA All-Star Weekend, earning praise for its organization and fan engagement. The WNBA event promises to build on that momentum, offering fans a chance to connect with the league's stars while showcasing Indiana's deep-rooted basketball culture. Beyond the on-court action, the event will include community outreach programs, youth basketball clinics, and opportunities to grow the game at the grassroots level. For Indiana, this weekend is more than just a game. It's a chance to cement their role as ambassadors for the WNBA's next chapter. With the All-Star Weekend poised to shine a national spotlight on the Fever and their city, the question remains, can Indiana carry this momentum into the playoff push? Let's look at the road ahead as the Fever tackle a challenging backloaded schedule.
The incoming fans, I value who they were and what they try to bring to our group and bring to the city of Indianapolis.
They have sold out every game they've played in this year except 3.
Bracing opportunities to play in front of a lot of fans.
Find the back again for Clark, give her another assist. And a chance for...
I mean, hearing them cheer every possession is exactly what we need every single night.
The Fever's 2025 schedule is a tale of two halves. A home-heavy opening stretch followed by a grueling road-heavy conclusion. This uneven distribution presents both opportunities and challenges for Indiana as they aim to build on their playoff success from last season. The first half of the schedule favors the Fever significantly, with 13 of their first 21 games at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. A strong showing here would give them a crucial buffer heading into the tougher second half of the season. However, the back half of the schedule is less forgiving. Of their final 23 games, 14 are on the road, including multiple trips out west. These extended road trips test not only physical endurance but also team chemistry, as road fatigue can often derail even the best-laid plans. One bright spot in this challenging second half is Fan Appreciation Night on September 9th, when the Fever host the Minnesota Lynx in their final regular season game. If all goes according to plan, this game could serve as a celebratory send-off before a deep playoff run. Gainbridge Fieldhouse is expected to be packed with fans cheering on their team, a fitting end to a season filled with milestones.
This place is electric. Draws 2 in the corner. Oh, you bet.
We're seeing here, and that's why it's been so fun to cover the Fever and the Fever fans across the country and other WNBA arenas.
For Indiana, navigating this unbalanced schedule will require strategic roster management and a relentless focus on maintaining momentum. Can the Fever capitalize on their home court advantage early and survive the grueling road ahead? The answer lies in their resilience and adaptability, qualities that will determine whether this team is ready to take the next step toward championship contention. The Indiana Fever's 2025 season is shaping up to be one of the most pivotal campaigns in franchise history. From the historic 5-game series against the Chicago Sky to the mid-season excitement of the Commissioner's Cup and the spotlight of hosting the WNBA All-Star Weekend, this year offers both challenges and opportunities for Indiana to prove they're ready to contend.
17,608 fans in the building.
We're bringing more and more fans to this league, people that have maybe never watched the WNBA before.
Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, and Lexi Hull will continue to lead the charge as the Fever navigate a schedule filled with marquee matchups and grueling road trips. The team's ability to capitalize on their home-heavy start and withstand the challenges of a demanding second half will be the key to maintaining their upward trajectory. Beyond the games themselves, 2025 is a year of transformation for the WNBA. The addition of the Golden State Valkyries and the growth of the Commissioner's Cup signify a league on the rise, with the Fever positioned as one of its most exciting young teams. With a roster brimming with potential and a fan base hungry for success, Indiana has the chance to redefine its legacy. So, what's next for the Fever? Can they turn promise into performance and position themselves as legitimate title contenders? The answers will unfold on the court, in the stands, and across a season filled with unforgettable moments. Are you ready to witness history? Let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen, and we will see you in the next one.